if you're a small business wanting to get an edge and improve your sales on Amazon Sales Channel, then today I'm going to share with you how optimizing your Amazon listings can significantly boost sales and increase visibility in the competitive marketplace. By setting up your listings the right way, your product and brand will stand out and attract new customers on Amazon. This sales channel on Amazon is already getting 11% conversion rate on average. We've seen much higher than this. It's very common, like I said, to see much higher than this. And keep in mind that your listings are your 24/7 salesperson. And by doing this the wrong way, you could be leaving hundreds or even thousands of dollars on the table every month. Now, most small brands have to know how to do Amazon right to get in front of more potential buyers every day. However, if you're like most brands we've talked about, then you're busy as the CEO or the CMO, you're thinking big picture strategy. You may not even have the bandwidth to push those changes through. But I'm going to share with you the 5 elements that you need to pay attention to and make sure that these things are optimized. Now, if you're in a competitive niche and each year more brands are popping up on Amazon, then you'll want to make sure that you get these things right. So the 5 elements that I want to share with you will help you understand the main areas you will need to make sure you have updated and are set up to perform well and convert well. So the first one is copy on your listing. So think title, bullet points, A+ content copy, the product description. Pro tip, even if you have A+ content, that should still be used as well. Alt text within images, back-end keywords, those are the places where you are putting words in your listing. It's going to be showing up to the consumer and it's going to inform them what they're getting and help them to see what makes your brand or your product different than their other options, because they do have a lot of them, and how you can help them if they do end up buying. Now, keyword research, this is going to be key for your copy, because while it should be written in your brand voice in a way that helps consumers, you also have to write it so that when people are looking to buy products on Amazon, your product comes up in searches. Now, initially, you should focus in on relevant keywords that are getting also monthly searches on Amazon. And for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail on this, as it could be its own video, but I want to make sure all of your listing copy checks those boxes that I'm going to be mentioning, and including this one. And if you want a video that digs more into keyword research, feel free to comment below and make sure to subscribe so that you're always knowing the first about what we're sharing in regards to Amazon. Next is images. So your image set is at the top of your listing. Now, making sure you're keeping in mind that those who are shopping on their phone, for instance, they may not even spend time at all, or very much time at all, going through the bullet points that you spent time creating. Now, there's a purpose for that, obviously, that I've shared before, but there's also a lot of images and graphics that you can and should be using in A+, and hopefully you also have access to premium A+ content as well, because that'll give you even more options. And Amazon has given data that really shows a nice sales lift, even up to as high as 20% lift in sales from using premium A+. Now, if you haven't really, you're not familiar with what A+ is, or premium A+ is, make sure to watch my video here. I dig more into what that is and how to use that. Now, let's talk about videos. Now, in the image set, you can have videos, and that can show potential buyers how they could be using your product. It'll also help them to see what will their life look like with your product, and how would their life be better with your product in their life. Now, if you have premium A+ content that I just mentioned, you can now also add videos inside of that A+ content section. Next, let's talk about product reviews. Now, whether they see your listings organically, meaning without paid ads, or with paid ads, you should have enough reviews to give possible customers a reason to click into your listing. This is where, if you don't have enough product reviews, you actually could be spending a lot more in Amazon ads without the results that you're trying to get. So that's something just to keep in mind. You want to aim for at least 25 reviews if it's a brand new product, and ideally 4.2 and higher, kind of close to that 4.5 would be great. And this is why we have this step before you start spending on ads on Amazon, because I'm sharing like a larger big picture of your Amazon marketing success strategy right now. And this is why this is before you even push your ads out on Amazon, if you don't have this step right, you probably are wasting money. Now, do you remember earlier how I mentioned optimizing can help your listings offline and on Amazon? Well, I've mentioned that before in other videos, and this is one of the reasons why. So if you have products in physical retail stores and as a potential buyer that's considering your product, and I've honestly done this myself as well, if it's a product I'm not familiar with, then typically they'll pull up the listing on Amazon, they'll look at the reviews to decide if they want to buy the product or not. So this is something that could be helping or hurting you off of Amazon. Next, let's talk about delivery. Are you using Fulfilled by Amazon already? And awesome if you are. If not, you strongly will want to consider it, as typically most natural personal care products should be able to be sold FBA. That's kind of where we work a lot with those type of brands and products, but you will have to pay attention to your product type and see if that's something that's you're able to. For instance, if it's meltable, you might not be able to send it in warmer months. But if you can't use FBA, are you using the fastest shipping option? So for FBM, there's seller fulfilled. Also, if not, you can even tighten the delivery window, for instance, as well. So you can adjust your settings inside Seller Central for FBM to make sure that they're getting it faster, so that the customers get the best experience possible, and that you really wow them with your customer service, because they're already expecting that when they go on Amazon. That's part of the reason that they've chosen the platform to buy from, is because their credit card information is already saved in there. They might not yet be familiar with their brand, so they might not feel as comfortable buying from your website, but they would buy from Amazon. Now, a little tip as well is you will not want to run out of stock, as that will not make your listings ready for ads. And I did a whole video on FBA versus FBM, so make sure to watch that here if you want to learn more about the differences. Increasing your conversion rates on Amazon will help you increase ultimately your profitability, not only organically, but also on your paid ads on Amazon. So if you want to learn more about the metrics that you need to watch to make sure your Amazon ads are profitable, then I think this next video here is going to really help you, showing you how to maximize your Amazon ad profitability and those key metrics to watch.